Okay, so in this video I'm going to have a look at the 2024 Higher Level Maths Leaving Cert Paper 1, question 6. So in part A here we have a function h of x, which is x squared plus bx minus 12. X is real and b is a constant. Find the value of b for which x minus 4 is a factor of h of x. Okay, so a couple of ways of doing this, but let's do it like this. If x minus 4 is a factor, that means then that x is equal to plus 4 is a root. It's the factor theorem. So all we've got to do is take our x squared plus bx minus 12, let it equal to 0 when x is equal to 4. So in other words, we're going to put 4 in here, square it, put 4 in here, minus 12, we should get 0. So for 4's, let's see, 16 plus 4b minus 12 is equal to 0. That'll give us 4b is equal to, well, 16 minus 12 is 4. Bring it over to the other side is minus 4. So we get, finally, b is equal to minus 1. So I think that's all we had to do there. Find the value of b for which x minus 4 is a factor. So that's it. Okay, so that's part A, fairly straightforward. Let's have a look at part B. The two functions f of x and g of x are defined as follows for x is real and x is positive. So we have f of x is equal to e to the power of 9x, g of x is equal to the log of square root of x. Use these functions to answer b1, 2, and 3. Find the value of f1.2. So again, fairly straightforward. Give your answer in the form, so we have to give our answer in scientific notation form. So let's do it anyway. We have f of x is equal to e to the power of 9x. That means f of, what do we have to do, 1.2. So all we got to do is put in 9 times 1.2. Let's see if we can do that. That is equal to, now if we do that on our calculators, we will get 49020.80114. Now we've got to convert this into scientific notation. So I'm going to take the decimal point, bring it down here to 4.9. Remember, a has to be between 1 and 10. So this is our a here. Now we want one decimal place, so that's one decimal place. So now we're going to multiply. We've got to bring the decimal point back here again. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's 10 to the power of 4. And that's it. That's all we had to do there. Okay, so let's have a look at part 2. Find the value of x for which g of x is equal to 3.5. Okay, so g of x is equal to the log of the square root of x. We want 3.5 to be equal to the log of the square root of x. Actually, I'm going to write it as x to the power of a half. So what I'm going to do, there's a couple of ways of approaching this, but I'm just going to take, there's an e here if you like, so I'm going to change this to index form. So e to the power of 3.5 is going to be equal to x to the power of a half, the square root of x. So what we've got to do now is just square both sides, because remember, this is just the square root of x. So if I square the left-hand side, I'll get e to the power of 3.5 squared. Square the right-hand side, that'll give me x. And that's really your answer. Oh, we have to write our answer in the form e to the power of p, where p is real. So that will give me, you just multiply the two powers here, the power of a power. So it's just e to the power of 7 is equal to x. E to the power of 7 is equal to x. And that's it, really. Okay, next part, write the function g of f of x in terms of x in its simplest form. These are composite functions, if you like. So again, we have, let's see, we have g of x. G of x is equal to log square root x. And we have f of x. F of x was equal to e to the power of 9x. We've got to do g of f of x. So we've got to put f of x in here. So let's have a look at that then. G of f of x is going to be equal to the log of the square root of e to the power of 9x.
Now let's just mess around with this. It says do it in its simplest form, give our answer in its simplest form. So that's going to be log of e to the power of 9x to the power of a half. Square root is just to the power of a half. So we multiply the powers here, so we end up with the log of e to the power of 9 over 2x. We've got to just simplify this entire thing here. So remember, this is log to the base e. So what would you raise e to the power of to give you this? Well, it would just be 9 over 2x, or 4.5x. And that's it. That's it for this question.